Okay, what's up, everybody? Thank you for all the continued support, all my undesirables, guys. You guys rock keeping this website up and running. You guys are posting things. I am proud of you guys for real. It's been a while since I came on here and said hi to you guys, so I'm going to try to start doing that more. I've been working on a lot of other projects, and I do mean a lot of other projects. And if you guys don't know, back in November, I had a stroke. Yeah, I was in the hospital for 2 months. 5 of those weeks, I was completely paralyzed on my right side of my body. And no, I never got the poke. Being 37 years old, they don't know why I had a stroke. You believe that? Think about that. 37 years old and I had a stroke. They said it was from high blood pressure, which I lost like at least 20 pounds since then. And also, since January, I lost 20 pounds. And then also high blood pressure and just stress. And they said maybe dehydration. I got to be on blood thinners for the rest of my life. I'm on Eliquis, uh, like Keppra or something like that. Seizure medications. I had a seizure. What happened to me was I was down in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, with my family for my son's 6th birthday. The first night I was there, I was not feeling well all day, like 2 days leading up to this. It was Thanksgiving. I didn't feel good well on Thanksgiving. The next day, and then that following day, we go all the way down to Myrtle Beach. We drove. It was me, my aunt, my mother, and my son. This was like a last minute thing because my my family were going to go down there for my son's birthday, but I was able to get off work. They were my boss said, "Yeah, you can go ahead and take a week." So awesome. So I went. It was last minute. Thank God it was like that because I would have had my own hotel room. It would have just been me in there, or it would have been me and my son. And my son wouldn't have known what to do. And so my family went to sleep. I was staying up playing on my phone on a chair, and they heard me banging against the wall. I was having a seizure. I don't even remember that. I woke up. I was on the bed, and shining a flashlight in my eyes. Paramedics are on the way, and so unbelievable, guys. So I woke up in the hospital. I had at least two grand mal seizures. I had a grand mal seizure right in front of them, and then blacked out. Apparently, I had another one in the ambulance on the way in there. I don't remember that. And then what ends up happening, I get to the hospital. The hospital's overbooked. Like there's two people in a room, people out in the hallway, all this stuff. And I woke up like 5, 6 hours later. My mother and my other aunt is there, not the one that was with me in the hotel room. Like the whole family is down there. So uh, my other aunt's with me. And then what ends up happening is I was paralyzed on my right side of my body. Didn't know what was wrong with me. They was like, you might have a brain cancer, you might have testicular cancer, there might be something wrong with your spine, all this stuff. They didn't know. They didn't know. All right. So they said you got to go to a university hospital to figure this out. You got to go to a specialist. They tried to send me down to Charlottetown or South Carolina. We're like, no, we are from Baltimore. My son's got to go back to school. Like, we got to get back up there. It's been 5 weeks already. The mother's on the phone trying to make all these calls. She was with me the whole time. You believe that? Like, my mother is like ride or die with me, man. I'm lucky to have her. And my mother stuck beside me the whole entire time. And but you know what's funny? The one time she went out to eat like lunch with uh my aunts, right? They're like, she's like, I gotta get out of the hospital. I'll be back in a couple hours. I was like, all right, don't worry about it. I'll watch TV and fall asleep. So that's when I had another seizure. And then nobody was in the hospital, could hear me. I was like squeezing up, couldn't call. I was it was horrible. It was like 10 minutes of the worst thing I've ever been through, Not the worst, but it was horrible, terrifying. And they finally come in, they hit me with some medication. It wasn't enough, so they hit me again. And uh man, uh, and they transfer me up to Johns Hopkins Hospital in the back of an ambulance, right? I'm tied to this. stretcher, and it's like a 12-hour ride. Imagine being strapped to a stretcher for 12 hours. Well, they kind of sedated me. I talked them into sedating me, kind of, but I have a high tolerance to medication. So it didn't knock me out, but it did kind of make me chill. And so anyway, what ends up happening is I get to Johns Hopkins, and within 5 hours, Johns Hopkins knew exactly what was wrong with me. I had a blood clot in my left side of the brain, blood clot in the right side of the brain, blood clot in my lung, and had like several grand mal seizures. They didn't know what caused it, but they knew what was wrong. Johns Hopkins, man, I had teams of doctors working with me around the clock. It was awesome. So they started giving me medication, and I started urinating out blood and breaking up the blood clots, and my hands started moving within like 24 hours of being on this medication. After like 48 hours, I was able to like move my hand up and down like this. After like a week, I was able to raise up my hand, and then it took like 2 more weeks for me to move my foot. But they said it might take you a year until you walk again. I was walking with a walker, right? Um, for before I left the hospital. Unbelievable. Like I still walk with limp. It's a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see. Like the fact that like I'm still walking, period, is is a miracle. Excuse the room. I, this is my office, my bedroom. This is like this is my whole area right now, man. It's been a mess. Guys, my family's calling for me. My little boy needs me, but that's where I've been. And I want to thank you guys for continuing to be here, keeping this up and going. And yeah, keep me in your attentions and your prayers. Medical bills have been really bad, man. Like all that stuff. And I'm trying to start a website. If you guys are interested in donating to start a website, uh, I have Cash App, PayPal, all that. It would be really appreciated if you can support the website that doing, or if you just want to donate to me because my medical bills or whatever, you can also do that too, man. I appreciate everything. I'm a single father going through physical therapy, just getting out of being paralyzed, and I'm not working right now. Obviously, I don't know if I'll ever be able to go back to work construction and being an electrician again. And I was about to take my master's electrician's license like a month later in December, and I would have been able to open up my own business. But now I don't know if that's going to be happening. But yeah, and that's something. But thank you guys for everything. I'll see you. Okay. Peace.